let's get an update on our baseball, our ever disappointing baseball team.
It's time for the High Hopes Jackie Baseball Report.
Joining me right now is Jackie Baseball. Fritz.
Here's Jackie Baseball.
There's nothing disappointing. The offense, the offseason's just chugging along.
Yeah, all right.
Just chugging along.
Just chugging along. We're checking in.
Oh, man, I can't wait till 7 years, 210 for Kyle Schwarber.
The price keep going up. The years keep going up.
Yes. Well, first I said it was
now you're up to 7 years?
First I said it was a guaranteed 5. Then I said it was a guaranteed 6. Nobody wanted to hear it. It's 7 years, 210. That's what the Schwarber deal is going to be.
Not happy about it. Anyway, so we'll get to some Phillies news, but first, news over the weekend. Brandon Nimmo is out of our lives. Yes, the man who sprints to first base on a walk.
Yep.
The Mets traded him to the Texas Rangers for the 35-year-old Marcus Semien. So, and it was a refreshing quote from David Stearns that I hope that Dombrowski also takes note of when he said, listen, we had to change the chemistry up on this team. We went about as far as we could, and we had to change the mix a little bit. So the Phillies ran it back last year, and we'll see what they do.
They get rid of Casty.
We'll get Cassie. He's gone.
Yeah, that's the biggest one you got to change up.
One of Bohmstad or Marsh is probably going to be gone.
Bohmstad or Marsh.
Or two of them.
Okay.
But, I don't know.
Yeah, the Nimmo trade was pretty controversial within the Mets fan world that I still monitor through all my friends at FAN. He was a homegrown guy, he was a good player, but the clubhouse sort of bad vibes and toxicity in New York was always centered around, because our guy Sal said this and got roasted for it 2 years ago. He said the McNeil, Alonso, Nimmo thing is bad. Not that any one of them specifically is bad, but
just the trio
of those guys was not a good locker room. So was Nimmo an All-Star this year? Or last year?
One of these last couple years. He had a $100 million deal.
Yeah,
so he's been a pretty good player.
Yeah.
Our good friend Pat McCarthy did a good job in the Sixers game the other night.
He did.
He was heartbroken about the Brandon Nimmo trade because he was easy to talk to in the locker room.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, when he needs a post-game interview. There's old Nimmo. There's old Nimmo. But the real reason why we had to call an emergency Jackie Baseball Report is that John Paul Morosi this morning on MLB Network threw this little nugget out about who the Phillies have checked in on.
And here's what I can tell you, and I talked to multiple sources on this in the last 24 hours. The Diamondbacks are actively listening on Catel Marte. Nothing is close, but multiple teams have checked in. Among the teams that check in, the Phillies and the Blue Jays. The Phillies and the Blue Jays among the teams that have checked in. And notably, Lauren, those two teams, Phillies and Jays, are not on Marte's limited no-trade clause, which means the Phillies or Jays could acquire Marte without his permission.
Okay.
So it's a big swing. I mean, so here's the quick summary of Catel Marte.
Because most people here don't know a lot about Catel Marte.
So
we ought to.
Well, from the
NLCS, where
NLCS,
he did kill them.
Yeah.
But he's 32 now, so it is another older player. When he plays, he does have injury concerns over the last couple of years. When he plays, he is an MVP candidate. He is awesome. Plays second base now. He used to play center field, probably too slow for it now. Maybe a second base DH type. He has 5 years, $92 million left on the deal, which is not bad. It's not bad. I mean, for the type of
years, 92. That's $17 million a year, or whatever it is. 17.5. Yeah.
Sure. What
he says sure. He's like, look at you doing math. Yeah.
Well, I know. So, but some of the years are weird. So it's like he's getting 22 at the end.
Okay.
20 and then 16, whatever. So but regardless. And then the thing that I find concerning is the Diamondbacks aren't like fire sailing. He has 5 years left on a pretty reasonable deal.
Why are they trading him?
There was reports last year of teammates souring on him because he would just show up late to games, and there would be games where he would just request off, like he just didn't want to play anymore. So that could be concerning, or he could just be looking for a fresh start somewhere else, and maybe in front of this crowd, whatever. It would re-spark him in a way
for a year.
Yeah.
Could be.
And then you got him for 4 more years.
Yeah. But even when he played last year, where like there was
28
infighting,
home
he was
runs
still a
last
good
year.
player. So like the last 3 years, his overall average is hitting 283 with like a 5-something slugging percentage and 30 home runs. If you average out his last 3 years, so
Let's do it.
now it seems they want young pitchers back. Probably they're going to ask for Painter first.
No.
Okay. I mean, I would agree.
Yeah, okay.
I would agree. And then maybe they go to they would settle on Gage Wood, who they drafted in the first round last year. Maybe Bryson Stott goes in the deal. He still has value. A couple years left until he's a free agent. He plays second base like Marte. And then another one of their probably top 5 prospect like Arun Escobar, who is a second base, third base prospect. They probably don't want another outfielder. They probably wouldn't want Crawford or Dante Nori because they have like a million outfielders in Arizona. But it's interesting, he would be a needle mover. I mean, a healthy Catel Marte, a locked-in Catel Marte, that guy's a top 10 MVP candidate. So it's an
Infield of Price, Marte,
Turner,
and Bone.
Auto Kemp, yeah. At third base, the top of the lineup of Turner, a switch hitter, and Catel Marte. He can play. He can hit both right and left. Harper, and it's not like a super. It's obviously a contract, right? It's not like no money, but it should allow them to also go sign it. Either Schwarber or Bellinger or another guy.
Yeah. Ooh. Him plus another guy?
I don't think it would preclude them from doing it.
Well, it also does depend if they're able to get anybody to eat any of Castellanos's. But Castellanos making more than Marte is.
Yeah, I think someone will take a chance on him for like 1 year, $10 million. Like because Max Kepler got $10 million last year.
Yeah.
So
you get somebody to eat half of it, maybe.
Eat half the deal.
Yeah, send him back to Cincy.
Well,
you want him?
Yeah, I'm taking anything I can get.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
All right.
Yeah.
Or the Marlins.
I'm not giving
Well,
up
he
the.
probably wants to go to Florida. He likes to be in Florida.
I'm not giving up the Bellinger thing. I know you want me to give up the Bellinger thing. I'm not giving up the Bellinger.
I don't.
thing.
You do not have to give up the Bellinger thing. I think he's in the mix.
Okay, all right. All right, is that it?
That's it.
That's big. That's a big name, though. Catel Marte would be a big name.
No Painter, huh?
And I'm not against trading Painter. I'm not trading Painter for a 32-year-old injury-prone guy who is a locker room issue, a clubhouse issue. I'm not fine bringing him. I'm fine bringing him in. But if that is the gem of our now, if you told me Stephen Kwan for Painter,
right?
I'm listening to that. That's a young.
I would rather give up Marte or Painter for Marte than Kwan.
Oh,
and I love Kwan, but I think Marte's got 5 years left. Kwan's a free agent after 27.
Yeah, but you're talking about a Gold Glove outfielder. You're talking about like a rock of your organization for the next 10 years with Kwan.
I don't know if he's a rock. I think he's a solid piece. I like Stephen Kwan.
All right.
Catel Marte, I think it's just a bigger swing. And a late addition to the Jackie Baseball Report. Sorry. So Todd Zalecki just reported the Phillies have prioritized re-signing free agents Kyle Schwarber and JT Realmuto. But he said the club and Schwarber are not close on a deal. And it's not surprising at this point. So they seem far away.
Give me a guy who plays in the field. Give me a guy who plays in the field for all that money. For all that money, give me a guy who plays in the field. He's not watching the game in the dugout for 3 hours. I agree with you in that.
I'm with you.
As long as you spend the money on somebody else, I like Kyle Schwarber, but there are players out there who I think could be additive in a number of ways if you're able to not spend. Just don't go crazy on Kyle Schwarber. I would love Kyle Schwarber to be back, but if it starts at 5 years, that means it doesn't end at 5 years. You see what I'm saying? If he's saying it starts at 5 years,